What's up YouTube, Crispy Charizard here. If there's one thing that I know for sure, it's that the HeartGold and SoulSilver Pokemon games do not have enough experience offered when it comes to the trainer battles and the wild Pokemon. The wild Pokemon, their levels are too low, the trainer battles, there's not enough of them. And I've always known this, which is why a long time ago, this pair of games was one of my least favorite. Now, the nostalgia factor actually makes, the Gen 4 Johto remakes actually one of my favorite games. But, if we could just, ignore the nostalgia, the fact that the experience is so low makes this a problem. So, I decided to go play through the game. My team is, of course, Heracross, Cyndaquil, Lapras, Dragonair, Ampharos, and Gyarados. These are some of the best Pokemon offered. The choices were limited, but, I've beaten the game before with most of these, so, Heracross is new, but it's powerful. Now, you might be wondering why I haven't evolved Dragonair and Cyndaquil. Well, don't worry, Cyndaquil will be evolving first chance I get. The only reason I haven't evolved it already is because I kind of wanted to learn, Eruption, faster. But since I can't really wait for that anymore, I'll just evolve it the first chance it gets. Hopefully it won't hopefully it will survive, because, it's kind of weak before it evolves. Eruption will have to wait. And for Dragonair, well, that thing doesn't evolve fast. That thing takes forever to evolve, so I gave it an experience share. Everyone else is gonna have to do their best. Yeah, so I tried to level up as far as I could by, grinding in a Victory Road, which is the strongest Pokemon out there. And Gyarados was a big help using Intimidate to get rid of the weaker Pokemon so that, I can get as much experience as possible. But I'm just too impatient to grind up to level 50 or even level 45 for most of them. So most of them are around level 44, level 45. And we're going to go through for the first time and challenge the Elite Four in this playthrough. Which is not a playthrough, but for me, I haven't challenged the Elite Four just yet. This is the first time. And I'm going to get clobbered. I'm gonna get destroyed, but that's how it works. Oh, and in case you guys are wondering, I should show you their sets completely before I start. Okay, Heracross, I got Reversal, Aerial Ace, Night Slash, Close Combat. I wish it were Guts instead of Swarm, but I can't really help it, because, it was just one of the Heracross I caught, and, I give it a Choice Scarf because I feel like Night Slash is going to come in handy in this first battle. I'm going to change their items if I have to. Let's see. Cyndaquil, Rollout, Swift, Dig, Flamethrower. It's not ideal, but again, I really wanted to keep it unevolved so I can learn Eruption faster, but that may not happen anytime soon, but I will evolve it as soon as, I wasted all my rare candies already when I didn't even think of letting it evolve already. I gave it a Shell Belt because I didn't have anything better. Let's see, for Lapras, I gave it Ice Shard, Brine, Ice Beam, and Surf. I know that I could have done better, but the choices, again, I'm really picky when it comes to my set. Sometimes there's too many choices, sometimes there's not enough. I gave it a Never Melt Ice since it'll come in handy against the first Elite Four. For my Dragonair, I gave it Aqua Tail, Dragon Pulse, Iron Tail, and Dragon Rush. For it, I'm hoping to give it maybe Earthquake when it evolves, and definitely Fly. But we'll have to see. And, Ampharos, let's see, I gave it a Magnet, and it knows Charge, Thunder Punch, Signal Beam, and Discharge. Obviously, this is not ideal. I really should have bought a TM for Thunder, but, I don't like low accuracy moves. I also wanted to learn Power Gem already, but you gotta be patient for that. It takes a while for it to learn Power Gem. I don't want it to know Charge and Thunder Punch, those are both useless, but, Power Gem as soon as it comes, we're slapping that thing on there. Again, there's very little choices, I don't know what to do. And Gyarados with a Muscle Band, Dragon Dance, Bite, Avalanche, Waterfall. This thing is our heavy hitter. This thing is gonna, pull us through. So, let's get started with the Massacre. Hopefully we'll reach Lance. We're probably not going to be able to beat him. I have lots of medicine, but, reaching him should be our goal, since what's the best? I guess the best we can do. And again, the point of this video is just to prove that HeartGold SoulSilver did not provide enough experience. Did not provide, like, the Pokemon in the last couple of routes, like, Victory Road, should be higher level, so I can get higher level, and there should be more trainers. Okay, so far our levels are not that bad. Let's just... I'm Choice Scarf, so obviously I'm not only fast, but I'm gonna just spam the same move against these Psychic types, no problem. Unfortunately, there's no guarantee I won't come out without a scratch. Ugh, not looking so good turn 1. The health bars are also pretty slow this generation, plus my computer is slow, so it might take a while. I remember the first time I battled Will, I never was able to get past him back in the early days, back when I was like a complete noob. This was my first Pokemon game though. SoulSilver, not HeartGold, but same difference. Okay, it had a Citrus Berry, and it uses Psychic, so, well, we're gonna have to waste a Revive. I should have switched out. Okay, it's a shame. But, no need to worry, we have, a complete mess of things. Let's spam roll out. Okay, it didn't attack us, good for us, but Confusion is really, really not lucky for me because I always hit myself 3 turns in a row. Like, I don't know if it's a glitch or just a coincidence. And there you go, you know, what did I say? We're never lucky when it comes to the hacks in this game. Doesn't help that it hasn't evolved yet. Okay, we snapped out of Confusion, roll out, it's not gonna do much. And we're trapped. I am not an expert, as you can tell, but, you know, I really thought that... Oh well, maybe if I had evolved already. The point is that if there was more experience in this game, more higher level Pokemon in Victory Road, we wouldn't be having this problem. I would be a high enough level. Also, it wouldn't hurt for Dragonite to evolve a little bit earlier, you know. Level 55, if I'm not mistaken, is a bit ridiculous. Don't worry, we have a bulky Lapras here. She's gonna take us straight through to the next Elite Four. No problemo. I remember getting clobbered by Psychic the first time I went through here. For the first dozen times. It took me forever, like... There's not enough Dark types also in Shadow. That's another problem. There's not enough Dark types. The next time I play through this game, it might not hurt to, like, evolve Bill's Eevee into an Umbreon, but Umbreon isn't good for most things, it's just bulky. Okay, we got a Jinx. Maybe I should have switched out. Okay, who do I got for this? Okay, we're gonna get our heavy hitter. Gyarados can handle Jinx, you know? Oh no, more hacks. That's a shame. Oh, that's the... I always confuse Lovely Kiss with, the other one. There's one that puts you to sleep and there's one that confuses you. Don't worry, I'll wake up, and, hopefully I'll survive until then. Again with Psychic. I mean, at least it's not Gen 1, because back then the Psychic type was broken, but still. There's not enough Dark types. Steel types, too. Maybe I should have used the Steelix in this run. Or some... I don't know. Maybe a Gliscor. Maybe a Rhydon. I don't know. Well, looks like I screwed up again. No problem, I can get through this. I've pulled through so many times. Oh yeah, Ampharos just learned Signal Beam recently. That should work. Yeah. Maybe not. You know what? Let's pull out a full restore. I was trying to save these, but I'm desperate. Yeah, I've been playing too much Gen 7 recently because I completely forgot how difficult the Elite Four used to be. I mean, it isn't just because I have more experience. The games themselves have gone easier. The Pokemon, they weren't as strong. Like, the Elite Fours were stronger back then, and mine were weaker. That's the problem, you know? The experience and the stats are different. Also, it was harder to control your EVs and IVs back then. It wasn't until X and Y until you could actually, you know, keep track of all that stuff. Also, it doesn't help us that Jinx is really fast. I'm losing badly. I'm losing so badly. I know it's an Ice type, but so far it only used Psychic, so hopefully I can pull out a very low accuracy move out of my hat. Oh look, it didn't use Blizzard or Ice Beam. Lucky us. We did not use our experience wisely here. Okay, Executor. No, I'm not sending a Lapras against Executor. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use my Max Revive and use it on Ampharos because Signal Beam is the most effective against Executor. It's a shame that Heracross doesn't learn any bug moves. It gets Swarm as an ability, and it's one of the strongest bug types, and it doesn't get any bug moves this generation. I mean, the movesets is another thing to complain about. They're so limited. Sometimes I regret not choosing Totodile instead of Cyndaquil. But too late for that now. That should OHKO it. Yeah, there was no way, you know, 4 times effective. I know what I'm doing. I remember the first time I went through here, I didn't even know that dragons are weak to ice, even though they tell you outside of, you know, the last gym that, oh, dragons are weak to ice. I didn't pay attention. It took me a million years to beat Lance the first time around. Dozens of tries. Ooh, Slowbro. Finally, a piece of luck. Well, I finally won this match. I thought I would do better than this. But, again, the whole point is that it's not my fault. I am applying myself with what I have. It's just, I don't have much. I mean, I could have kept grinding, but that would have taken days. It would have taken literally days to get my Pokemon up to more decent levels and get, you know, the higher up movables like Power Gem and, you know, get Dragonite evolved and Cyndaquil evolved, although it's my fault for not evolving Cyndaquil sooner, but I really wanted Eruption as a decent move. Slap a Choice Scarf on Typhlosion and spam Eruption, you know. Simple. Anyway. This may take a while. So, I'm gonna divide this into parts, you know? 5 parts for each member of the Elite Four plus the champion. So, this is the end of part 1. Part 2 will be against whatever this guy's name was, Koga. Yeah, he used to be a Kanto gym leader, you know. It's been a while. And stay tuned for part 2.